I think we look good.
Hi, my name is Dylan Vanessa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My friend Natalie and I are going to be answering some of your astrology questions while doing face masks.
Yes.
I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram and also on Twitter, but no one answered me on Twitter, so here we go. What's the first question?
Are Scorpios the laughing stock of astrology?
What do you think, Natalie?
I don't think there's like one. I feel like you can laugh at any of them.
I think that they're second rank laughing stock of the zodiac. I think Cancers are the first.
What are key differences between Virgo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn?
I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay, well, Sagittarius is way different from Capricorn and Virgo because it's a fire sign. Virgo and Capricorn are both earth signs. Sagittarius is like all about like exploring and philosophy. Virgo and Capricorn have more in common where they're like high in work ethic and organization and stuff. But I feel like the difference between Virgo and Capricorn is like Virgo is more likely to be like a people pleaser and such, and Capricorn is like more to themselves and less due to other placements.
Yeah, I feel like Virgo is a lot nicer than Capricorn. I feel like Capricorns are also a little bit boring. They are, I feel like, a lot more work driven and like business driven, but in a selfish way, whereas Virgo is just like, let's get things done and be happy. What is the meaning of a rising sign?
AKA ascendant.
I know I introduced you to astrology, but I feel like the student has become the master.
Aw.
I know that the rising sign influences how you are perceived by the world, like how you come off, how you dress is very important. Like Venus in rising sign is very important to how you look and your aesthetic. What else do you have to add for that?
So to know your rising sign, you have to know your birth time, and the rising sign is just like what your first house placement is, and the first house is all about your ego. So that's mostly how you'll present yourself to others. It's kind of like the mask.
Yes, The Mask. Like the Jim Carrey movie.
Should we mention our rising signs?
Yeah. My rising sign is an Aquarius.
And how do you what does that mean to you? How do you relate to that?
I know that Aquarius people, Aquarians, are very eccentric. I found this one meme a while ago talking about Aquarius risings, and you can never find an Aquarius rising that hasn't dyed their hair, have at least one piercing, or is about a cause. And all of that is me. How about your rising?
Okay, so I'm a Cancer rising. Apparently it means like if you see me, I'm probably very familiar or something. Like I have this kind of vibe where I'm like nurturing and welcoming and maybe even like moody or just to myself. Yeah, I kind of feel like that because when I first got into astrology, it was just the memes, and I'd be really upset that I related a lot to Cancer. Most of what I'd see of Taurus is just like eating and sleeping.
And being lazy.
But like also, there's also the stereotype that like Cancer sleeps a lot too. And Pisces, which is my moon sign, so it doesn't help. I'm very sleepy. Then I found out I was a Cancer rising and I was like, oh my gosh, everything
makes sense now.
Exactly. I'm a Cancer. What does that imply?
You're a crybaby and you're weak. That's all I have to say.
First of all, what Cancer is, it is represented like the crab, and you're ruled by the moon, but also like the body that you represent is the stomach, so people would say that you're very motherly. You like to nurture your friends. The crab, basically it lives in its own shell, so you're very much a homebody. Family is very important to you, whether or not it's a good situation for you now or not. And I also read that like the crab hands, like that represents how you're clingy to things that you really, just things that bring you comfort.
I don't really care to look into anything Cancer because I just don't like them very much.
I like Luke Hemmings, and I have like a couple Cancer friends.
My dad's a Cancer. Why are air signs superior?
Why are most of the guys I like Geminis?
I'm going to have to disagree with this question that implies that air signs are superior. I think that fire signs are superior only because they're a lot more aggressive and they kind of scare me. So I'm gonna have to disagree that air signs are superior, but because I'm an air sign and Marin, the person that asked this question, is also an air sign, we have to say that air signs are superior because we are awesome and
You have to keep up that front.
Yeah, we have to be the life of the party, but like a chiller life of the party than Aries or Sagittarius or Leo, who's like a scary life of the party, who's intimidating.
I feel like the ones that love hosting parties the most are like Aries.
Oh, definitely. Why do you think air signs are superior?
I like to say that all signs are equal, just because you can get like good and bad on every sign.
I feel like there's a good of one sign and a bad of one sign, of every single sign. There's a duality. It's the evolved and unevolved, yeah?
Yeah. What I do really like about air signs is probably the fact that I lack air in my chart. And they're very much, I don't know, I feel like they challenge me emotionally. I appreciate their intellect and how social they are and kind of how blunt and like straightforward they are kind of thing.
Thank you.
Of course. They're very fun. Do you get bothered when people say they hate Geminis or any sign really?
I do not get bothered because most people just say that they hate Geminis because we're two-faced and lying and we're snakes, which is true sometimes, but not all the time, and it's kind of overused and overdone and people just say it to say it. I feel like if someone says that they hate your sign and you feel personally attacked by it, you're being overdramatic because zodiac signs are just a trope, they're just a characterization, they're just an archetype, and they don't define you as a person. Also, you have so many different signs within your charts and different placements, so if people hate your sun sign, it doesn't really matter. Get over it. Don't feel so personally attacked.
The people that I feel like most would get upset about it are water signs and earth signs.
Is there a sign that you would never date? And I know that some of you might say, oh, Dylan would never date a Scorpio. Joke's on you, it's already happened, and my correct answer is... my correct answer is Cancer.
I feel like a lot of Geminis have dated Cancers, but that's just because like they're more likely to have a Cancer Venus or a Cancer Mars or something.
And we have Aries Venus.
Yes. I love Aries Venus. Aries Venus, Taurus Venus, Leo Venus. All wonderful. Love them.
What's a sign you would never date?
Okay, so I don't know if I could say that there's a specific sign I would never date. I'm pretty open-minded. Most people that I've liked are Geminis, Aries, and Capricorn. So, okay, my dad and my brother are both Aqua Moons. So I don't know if I could ever date an Aqua Moon, someone who's so like fixed emotionally.
How have you been handling Mercury in retrograde and Cancer season?
I feel like I've been handling Mercury retrograde pretty well. There are a ton of things in retrograde right now.
You want to list them off for us?
Yes, I will tell you. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron.
We are going back in time, and that's why everyone is sad this summer and keeps playing Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey.
So basically everything's in retrograde except for Venus and Mars. What it means, retrograde, is just like the planets are going backwards. So Mercury is in Leo right now, and before Leo is Cancer. So on July 19th, Mercury will be in Cancer. So prepare to be less dramatic in the way you express things and more, I don't know, just like emotionally in depth or something. Cancer season, moon's out, tears out.
How do you cope with Mercury being in retrograde? Like, what kind of things do you do to make yourself feel better?
Well, Mercury is all about communication, and like I feel really good communicating with people, certain people. Other people, I feel like more insecure about it, and I know that means like just be careful who you message. Don't message your ex. Do not message your ex or fake friends. I kind of just try to be more precise because there's more likely with Mercury in retrograde, more likely for there to be miscommunications and stuff like that. Why are Geminis the worst?
Watch my video in the card wherever it is. I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah. Last one that we have on the list is, how do you learn about astrology?
I started learning it because my mom would just be like, oh, you were such a Gemini when you were a kid. So I said, what does that mean? So I like looked up what a Gemini meant, and I said, oh my god, I'm a narcissist. I love learning about myself. And then I went into, oh, rising signs exist and moon signs exist. So I went on Cafe Astrology and I looked up my entire chart in the little box thing that isn't really a chart. And then astrology meme counts started popping up and I looked more into that. And then just a lot of Googling and researching each part. Like, what does sun in third house mean? Like Gemini sun in third house or whatever. And just reading a bunch of articles on what that means.
I learned from Dylan while I was following astrology meme accounts. And then I was like, Dylan, what does moon and rising sign mean? And then she was like, look it up on Cafe Astrology. And so I calculated it, and then I found out I really related to it. And I feel like if I didn't, then I like wouldn't have gotten into it. I like blaming things on the planets and the stars. And I find myself morphing it into every conversation now.
Yeah.
First date, I'm just like, hey, what's your like rising? What time are you born?
Also, watching YouTube videos, I did that a lot. There's a lot of great YouTubers. I forget her name, but I'll put it right here. I love watching her videos. She looks like Victoria Justice. Thank you so much for watching my video. Now we will peel back our face masks and expose our true selves.
Yes. Do we look radiant?
My hair is all wet now and jelly. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Oh, shoot.